Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to Vortex Racing League. I am your host for today, GameHawk, your main commentator for today, and I hope that all of you guys who have come in to watch are doing well. Right now, we are in the heat of qualifying, a full qualifying right now, starting here in Q1 as our drivers are doing their first set of few laps. But I am excited. This is my first ever time doing this league. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm excited for a very competitive race. Jeddah is a track that has always been near and dear to my heart for both a good and a bad reason. So it's been good. It's been good because at the same time, I've had a lot of fun with this track. I've made a lot of memories here, even in the short time that I've played this game. And it's also been bad, especially considering I believe it is turn 3, I believe, that many times that left-hander, I will go to the inside and I'll just DNF right there. So it's a love-hate relationship whatsoever, either way. But I'm excited to see how these drivers are going to handle this. And actually, you can already see right there, good racing as the Mercedes of slow Hondas will peel out of the way. And actually, he's going to do the same thing again. And of course, it'll say that it invalidated, but he was already getting out of the way, making sure he wasn't impeding. And oh, that's not going to help. That already missing a turn. That is one thing about Jeddah, that Jeddah is a very difficult course when it comes to track limits. Not for the same reason of what you would usually think. You would usually imagine track limits more along the lines of somewhere like Canada, where it's really hard to keep it within the white lines. Jeddah is a little bit different because there are a lot of corners that you can almost go too quickly. And that can usually end up more of a driver has to make that split decision of, do you try and make the corner and potentially crash into the wall? Or do you just accept the invalidation and cut the corner? So that's what can be really hard for a track like Jeddah, what makes it really difficult. And already you can see a couple drivers already finding that out. And we do have 17 drivers, and we will see how the elimination will stack up for Q1. I believe that right now only P7 and P16 will be eliminated in terms of the first qualifying. And we'll see right now as Devin in P17 is on a lap, and then the Red Bull of Fanboy is currently still in the pits, as these drivers still have about 10 minutes to go. And no, Vide, I have not seen your new rig. And if you guys are wondering, if you guys are here for the GameHawk stream, if this is your first time ever here, you guys can do !Discord. You guys can join the Discord where we talk about sim racing. We do pretty much sim racing under the sun. We can put a picture of your sim rig, go to the steward's office and show clips of the questionable driving, because let's be honest, we all experience that. But yeah, it's always a fun time. And so far here with just under just about under 11 minutes. And right now, 2 Williams are currently dominating the lap times, as Snipes has a 1 minute 30.008, and then Maestro has a 1 minute 30.051. So far, and then behind them, Papa Green with a very respectable 1 minute 30.6. So 5/10 is what separates P2 from P3 right now here in Q1. Snipes already decided that his time is good enough, so he already retired. And we'll see the rest of these timings. And Right now, there's only a couple other drivers who have not set lap times that you can see the Racing Bull of Get. I apologize. I'm going to try and pronounce these names as best as I can. But he's currently actually just started his first lap. So we'll see how where he will stack up in this lineup as we approach 9 minutes to go. So far, it is a green sector 1 here for Get. So far, he is at least on his good pace so far as he heads through sector 2. And we'll see right now, he's about a second and a half off the pole lap. So right now, that would roughly put him somewhere in between P8 and P6. So we'll see if he can keep that pace up as he comes through sector 3. And straight mode engaged for these new cars, for these new 2026 cars, going across the line, and that will put him in P7 with a 1 minute 32.2. So he is right in the middle of the group. And actually, I believe, yes, the Haas of Anthony Rosas. Sorry. I'm a little dyslexic sometimes. We'll see where he currently places. He also did a green sector 1. So we'll see where he stacks up here as he heads through sector 2. He's about 2.8 off of the current pole lap. So we'll see where that places him. He might be in the mix around P11 to P10 if he holds this pace. And actually, Fanboy in P17 actually is now on his outlap as well. So we will see as Anthony Rojas will go across the line and be in P11 with a 1 minute 33.041. So right in the middle. And so far, at least I'm glad to see the data currently is correct for the most part. And that is always good to see, is that the data is still good. So now we'll see. And so an interesting move there. Bear actually will improve by 0.2. So he actually will improve from P14 to P13. That'll certainly help him as Fanboy will start his first lap here of the qualifying session. Oh, and actually look at that. Oh, and a little bit of maybe impeding. It almost looked like they were going to crash into each other. So interesting that Bear was kind of almost defending his position. Maybe he didn't know that the Red Bull was right there. But somehow he keeps it going and they don't collide. So an interesting qualifying 1 already. And heading through sector 2, where does Fanboy stand? He is only 0.2. Whoops, that is my apologies. My controller disconnected for a second. But yeah, he is only 0.2 currently off of the pole lap. So we'll see where he places coming here through the final stretch in sector 3. And across the line, and that will be a 1 minute 0.068. So that'll place him in P3. And actually in that time, Papa Green in P4 and X in P5 have retired as well with 5 minutes to go. more than likely, if you have set a 1 minute 30, you are more than likely safe. But that was a fantastic lap from Fanboy. And I am curious to see if FCN or Solse will set their own laps, because some of these other guys are about to start new laps. If you look at Devin, if you look at Doom, or sorry, if you call him Doomane, if I say it right, both of them are currently on out laps. And right now, the only two people who haven't set the lap times are the ones on the elimination block. And actually, okay, so FCN will rejoin. So maybe he was not in the lobby, maybe a connection issue. But now we will see it. It's actually Doomane will be the one who will start his first lap out of that group that we were talking about. And actually, Solse is now on an out lap as well. So with 4 minutes to go, this could be interesting to see where some of these drivers will place. And I think for the most part, from what I've seen and heard from drivers, most drivers don't want to get eliminated in Q1, mainly because of kind of being out of practice. Not some of these drivers were able to join into a sort of a practice session, but at the same time, many weren't. So for a lot of these drivers, qualifying almost serves as a mini like warm-up practice and as getting the fastest time that you can. And actually Doomane invalidates, so his lap is compromised and he will not be able to set it. So we'll go to Devin, who's actually on the medium, surprisingly enough. And that's kind of an interesting decision considering he is right on that edge of being eliminated. And this will be interesting to see as Solse is about to start his lap as he's coming around through Sector 3. So actually, you'll see there, Fanboy will retire as well. And actually, that is a smart idea, that if you are in this qualifying, this longer style of qualifying, then you kind of do want to set the fastest time that you can and then retire, because you end up saving more tires as you go through qualifying for the race. So there is a little bit of strategy to retiring early. And it was a slow Sector 2 for Devin. Those mediums aren't necessarily helping him, as Solse is already just about to exit Sector 1, going into Sector 2. So we'll see if Devin, oh, that's not going to help him. Collision with the wall. Will he finish out the lap? He will, but I don't think it's going to be an improvement. It is not. So we'll switch over to Solse, as he is still currently on a flyer. And right now he is still in that elimination zone. So let's see. He's currently needs a 103.9. And oh, he's 4/10 off. He's 4/10 off right now of Devin's time. So this could be really close. And actually FCN is now on his own out lap as well. So this could be really, really interesting, as actually Bear and I believe that's Bear and Doom are just about exiting Sector 1, going through Sector 2. So now Solse to the line, and he will not go. It's too close. He's currently in P16, and I don't think he's going to have enough time to set a lap unless he tries to get moving again. And now with a minute left, these will be a lot of drivers' last opportunity. We'll see where FCN will place. This is his first lap of the session, and we'll see where he sits right now. He is about 5/10 behind Devin right now. So he is going to have to try and pick up this pace if he does not want to be eliminated. Slicks and McSpeed will retire. Seppi will retire as well, as mostly they are all safe. And it all comes down to these bottom drivers. Actually, Bear with a good improvement up into P10 with a 132.5. So that will secure his spot. And now FCN is about a second off of the current pace away from Devin. So that is not going to fare well for him right now unless he can somehow pick it up here in the third sector. You see right there, Anthony Rojas, Honda's Jet, and big, and oh, that's a slide and a broken wing. And that is going to do it for FCN's qualifying. Thankfully, he will go. Solse still on a fast lap. Doom will avoid. Okay, so Solse will go into the pit. Doom will go across the line and will be 3 seconds slow. So the last one maybe that is still trying to improve his time would be Devin. It looks like he is still pushing. So we'll see if he improves on his own time. But yeah, that is going to be Solseg and FCN eliminated from qualifying 1 here in Jeddah. And it is really interesting to see how these cars fare. I have limited experience driving the new 2026 cars here in Jeddah. Still haven't gotten too much experience about how the battery management works, and obviously we did not get to see it in real life. So it is kind of interesting to see how these drivers will adapt. And I'm curious to see if we're going to see very good improvements in terms of the times as we head through sector 2, or sorry, as we head through qualifying 2 and qualifying 3. And I'm curious to see what kind of improvements we'll see. So right now you can see right now Snipes with the current fastest time of a 1 minute 30.008. He tops Q1, but unfortunately the eliminated drivers here. Oh no, so actually Solse will stay in his spot. So only one driver was eliminated. So Solse will actually move on and FCN is eliminated. So it was mostly that spin in the last turn of Jeddah is what unraveled the qualifying. So FCN for life is the only driver eliminated here in Q1 so far. I apologize as I'm making sure is working safe and sound. And also, I just want to take a quick moment to say that, again, if you guys are new around here, we thank you for, well, I say we, but I thank you for the love and support of you guys coming in here and checking out the stream and listening to my commentary. But I also just want to say thank you guys to the people who dropped in the follows. And I appreciate it. And actually, I'll go ahead. Yeah, FCN for life. Thank you so much for the follow. And Papa Green, thank you so much for the follow as well. It is absolutely my pleasure to be able to commentate for you guys here in this league. Because actually, you can see a boatload of cars will go ahead and get qualifying started. As I make sure that everything is working here. If you guys notice an issue or you need anything, you guys can let me know. If you guys end up seeing any issues that you think I need to address, be sure to let me know and I will be able to do that. Are you working on a new entrance? I don't know what necessarily that means, Mafia Michael, but welcome in. As we are currently here in Q2. And again, let me know, and the Q2 will be shorter than Q1, so that is why you see a boatload of cars that are already underway. And I'm curious to see if it'll be... Well, I'm curious to see if we'll see a lot of the same times, or I'm curious to see maybe some of the cars will be faster. Maybe some cars didn't push as hard. So I'm kind of curious to see how this will go. Oh, no, Mafia Michael, I am not on camera because, honestly, so far I haven't found a reason to commentate on camera quite yet, but I am also more recently sunburned, and I don't think anyone wants to see that. But we're still here. We're surviving. We're doing good as we're here commentating, and I enjoy commentating, and it's been a lot more fun. In terms of the camera, I am figuring that out. The lighting in my room currently isn't the best, so we're still trying to figure that out, but it's a work in progress. We'll see how it all pans out. One thing that is interesting, and actually I believe, see if I can go on board. Yes, I believe that Snipes actually might be the first one. Actually, I can make sure and see if this works. We'll go on board. There we go. We can go on board. You guys can see the halo right there. And you guys can see, I mean, these cars, they might not be as quote unquote fast because of the battery. They still move. That is one thing that was still surprising, is that these cars still are relatively fast. And now we'll see as Snipes will go ahead and set the fastest lap. So then we will see the response. So this time, Papa Green will actually set the fastest lap with a 1:30.3. So that's actually an improvement for Papa Green versus the Q1. So this is kind of the interesting part. And actually right there again, Fanboy taking over the fastest lap spot with a 1:30.2. Like I said, this is where the interesting part is going to be. Seeing which drivers are going to improve as qualifying goes on, if it's going to be the same drivers or not. And I will say too that as we go through qualifying, Jeddah, especially on softs, if you're using the soft compound, Jeddah is very harsh on soft tires. I can imagine that when we go into the race, I'm going to see all mediums and hards, maybe softs at the very end of the race. But I'm curious to see if that's going to play any sort of factor. Actually, look at that. Maestro actually got a little bit of a boost there from, I believe that's, yeah, that's Papa Green. So this actually might benefit Maestro's time. That's coming across the line. We'll see, and that is going to be a new fastest lap, a 1:29.9. And actually, our first sub 1:30 time that we have seen so far in this qualifying. Currently, right now, we are looking at the Audi of Solse, and actually Anthony Rosas will also start his lap. So we'll see where they place for right now. Right now, Solse is chasing Get. So we'll see where he places. Right now, the elimination zone is from P16 to P11. And Solse is right now 2 seconds off the gap, but he does have time to make up that gap as we have 7.5 minutes. David, welcome in to the stream. Logan's welcome into the stream as well. We are currently commentating for Vortex Racing League, as they were gracious enough to let me commentate for them, and they're giving me this opportunity. And so far, it has been an interesting commentating. Well, so far, we're in Q2. Q1, we only had one driver eliminated, as Solse will go across the line and set a 134.6. And actually, we'll see the Haas here in P13, but in Sector 3 as well. And it was a 2 green sectors. We'll see where he places as he comes down the front stretch. And it will be not enough to get up to P10, but it's a 132.9, so he is right there, as actually the Ferrari ahead of him was McSpeed, who will start his first lap, and actually Slicks is on his first lap as well. And we'll see as McSpeed will go through the first sector. And he's about a second off the pace currently. Curious to see if that trend will continue. McSpeed actually, I did believe, if we go back and look, he was within the top 11, I believe. I would have to go back and double check. So he did set a decent time in Q1. So I'm hoping to see that trend continue, as now he's 1.6 seconds behind P10. Actually, I believe that Slicks is behind. Oh no, Slicks just set a time. So actually Slicks is up into P7 with a 131.9. Ooh, and that's not gonna help McSpeed. Hitting the wall there in the last turn. He does not have any damage, thankfully, but it will be a 133.8, so not a great lap time from him. And that's really not going to help him at all. And now we'll see. And actually, look at this. Papa Green set a purple sector 1, but then set a slower sector 2. So we'll see if he's heading into the pits. No, he's going for the lap. Let's see if Papa Green has an improvement. And he misses out by 0.4. And I meant to pull that up last time. So he will miss out by 0.4, but he remains in P3. Which is a good lap for him. And actually, look at this. So, the Mercedes of slow Hondas actually improved in Sector 2, coming to the line, and he will improve by 0.3 and move up into P8, trying to secure his spot into that top 10 shootout. Actually, we can see now Dumaine already started, and actually Dumaine's going to fall a place because Jet actually moved up. Yeah, moved up into P8, so that knocked everyone else down. So now Dumaine is actually in the fallout zone. And actually, it was an improvement from Dumaine. It was an improvement in Sector 1. So we'll see if that improvement continues. He is still chasing. Now he is chasing Devin. So he is chasing Devin now in P10. And actually, I believe that was Papa Green getting out of the way. And Dumaine is up. He's up by just under a 1/10 on Devin. So Fanboy will go ahead and retire, feeling confident in his time. Maestro will as well, as Dumaine is trying to get into that final top 3 shootout. Around the final turn. Down the front stretch, does Dumain have it? And he will! Improvement by 4/10, and that will put him into P9, and that's going to put Slow Hondas almost in the danger zone, and Devin will fall below the elimination zone. So now that's going to make everyone's job harder behind them. And it was already not a great lap here so far from Bear. And we'll see, he is going around, so he is on a fast lap. Does he have an improvement? Or is he going to fall behind as we hit the 2.5 minute mark? And actually, no, he will go into the pits. So I believe that is, yes, so that is the Cadillac of Big, who's going to start his first lap. He has not set a lap yet. Actually, Solse is on a lap as well. We'll keep an eye on Big, as that is the Audi of Solse. I believe is Anthony. Anthony just started his lap. So, sorry, we're making sure that we keep eyes on everyone, as they are all doing their laps. And actually, Solse had an improvement over Slow Hondas in Sector 1. And one good lap could send you into Q3. And we'll see as, ooh, and now Big is gonna retire. So he is not going to set a lap, and as he goes into the pits, and it was slower, that Solse had an improvement, but currently is still slower than Slow Hondas. So where is he going to place among everyone else? We're still keeping an eye right now on Anthony Rojas, who is currently making his way through Sector 2. So now Solse to the line, and oh, Anthony's gonna retire, and it was an improvement by 6/10, but Solse will remain in P15. So Anthony Rojas will retire. It is a caution in Sector 3, so maybe the Haas had an incident. And now Mixed Speed as well is gonna have to have a good race. Papa Green will retire. Giet retired as well. I'm surprised Giet retired, because Giet might be in the danger zone if two of these drivers have a good lap. And we'll see where Mixed Speed will place. As we said, he's about 2/10 off right now, but he makes up 5/10 on his last turn, or on his last lap. So Mixed Speed is right there. Right now he's currently chasing Dumain. Actually, Devin improved. Devin moves up into P7 with a 131.8 as qualifying finishes. So now that really puts the strain on everyone. So now, actually, I believe that it is Dumain. Oh, Dumain is into the pit. So Dumain's lap is done for now. He will finish in P10 as it stands. We'll see, where is Slow Honda. Slow Honda, I believe, is just behind Mixed Speed. Yes. So Mixed Speed heading around through Sector 3 here. He needs the improvement. He is improvement on his own time, but he's currently chasing Dumain in P10. Does he have that little bit of a gap to make it into the qualifying 3 shootout? And he will improve by 1.5 seconds, but it won't be enough. Slow Honda's into the pits. Solse already finished. And I believe, yes, that will leave Devin as the lone car on track. So Mixed Speed will miss out by 3/10. And actually, look at that. Dumain is into the top 3 shootout by 1/1000th of a second. You guys can see that on the screen. Dumain set a 132.192. Slow Honda set a 132.193. That is an unbelievable gap. I mean, that is a crazy, crazy small gap, as Devin will peel into the pits as we will get set up for our Q3 showdown. Next, we take a quick moment. Reese, thank you so much for the follow, brother. I appreciate the love and support. So far, Jeddah has been going good. And so far, qualifying 1, not as dramatic. Q2, way more intriguing, as maybe a couple of the drivers here that didn't perform well in Q1 all of a sudden are into the Q3 shootout. So already looks to be a very intriguing race. As finally, we will start going now. And we'll look here at the final leaderboard. This time, it is Maestro, same team, another Williams, but a different player. DRS Maestro with a 129.9, the first sub 130 time that we have seen in this race. But your eliminated drivers here are slow Hondas in P11, McSpeed in P12, Bear in P13, Anthony Roaz in P14, Sulse P15, and Big in P16. As we head into Q3, I believe that it will be, we'll see how much time there is. And I can imagine we'll see relatively same sort of thing. We'll see a lot of these drivers peel out of the pits quickly to get going as quick as possible. Train, welcome in. Yes, Gamehawk is doing commentary. We're having fun with it. So yes, it is currently 12 minutes of qualifying 3. And as these drivers are going to go ahead and probably start their laps, we'll see who will peel out first, but we'll go ahead and take a very, very quick break. I'm going to make sure to go grab water. You guys can do the same. Everything will stay. No one will miss any action, but we will return with more commentary in just 1 minute. Don't go anywhere, as Q3 is happening right now. We are back here in qualifying 3. Apologies for the slight delay. I'm a little bit out of breath because I had to make sure that I ran up and down the stairs to get some water and make sure that everything was good. But we have returned. Also, Sulse, thank you so much for the follow. Slow Hondas, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you guys coming in. So far, no lap time set. I believe actually here, Jet will actually set the first lap time. So we'll see what the benchmark is. That's the benchmark right now, a 132.2. We'll see if anyone else will set a lap time. And we'll see how long that benchmark will hold. It won't hold up long, as Pampa Green and DRS Maestro will set their own fastest laps. DRS Maestro with a 129.9, Pampa Green with a 130.4, X with a 130.8. And we'll see where the rest of these drivers will stack as we continue. Still about 7 minutes left, so we are still good to go. And these drivers have a little bit, not much time, but they have a little bit of time to figure out what they want to do as they go through this final qualifying. And I can say from experience that qualifying as far as you can, even if you don't get pole, if you can get into the top 5 in Jeddah, that can be everything, because that means that you can have the superior positioning on a track that's not very wide compared to some other tracks. But I think with the underrated part, if you're in the front, you almost can dictate the strategy. That's one kind of aspect that not a lot of people talk about. That the strategy that if you're in the front, you almost can just dictate what the strategy is going to be. And that really gives you a lot more freedom than, say, if you fell back toward the midfield or toward the back of the field, where you're almost more reactionary. That you can have a set strategy, but you're more reactionary to what the people in front of you are doing. So that is what can be very beneficial here in Jeddah, where you know that not a lot of drivers are going to be using soft tires, that it's going to be down to the hard compound and even the medium compound. And that's what the big part is going to be, as Dumaine is going to go ahead and set his first lap time, and he will be in P5 with a 132.1. And actually, I believe that Snipes behind him, or no, sorry, Snipes is currently going through Sector 3. He actually has a purple Sector 1 right now. So he is flying currently through Sector 3. We'll see where Snipes ends up. Right now, the two Williams seem to be the two fastest drivers here on the grid. As going around the final turn, going down the front stretch, will Snipes steal it away from his teammate? Just missing out with a 130.072. Just barely missing out, but it is currently a Williams 1-2 here at the top of the leaderboard. And actually, we'll see as Devin will start his first lap, and Fanboy is now on an out lap as well. Welcome to Vortex. Thank you so much, Silse. I appreciate the warm welcome. So far, this has been absolutely entertaining, and I appreciate the opportunity to do this for you guys. I'm thankful that you guys trust me enough to do this, that I get to commentate for you guys, but it has been fun nonetheless. And again, sorry for the slight pause when I wasn't commentating. I had to make sure that I got something to drink. And if you guys are listening, make sure to go out and drink some water, especially now that it is summertime here in the US and it's very, very hot and dry. Always make sure to drink some water and stay hydrated. I know the best part about that, considering that I got sunburn, and drinking a lot of water helps heal that. So I can definitely say make sure to drink some water. DRS Maestro actually will improve. So look at that. DRS Maestro still pushing, and he's going to improve to a 129.6, already stretching out that gap. Yes, I will, Reese. I will go ahead and send that to you after the race. We'll make sure that everything is all good and settled. We'll make sure that everything is squared away and good, as Devin's going to go around the last turn. So I'm curious to see where Devin... Oh, no, sorry. Devin has an invalidated lap. So actually, I wonder... Oh, no, he's going to go ahead into the pit. So he will go ahead and end his time. But Fanboy, this is I'm kind of interested in. The first qualifying got through, but didn't really have that best of a lap. Q2 was in the top 5. So I'm curious to see where he will place as he goes through Sector 2. I appreciate the hydrate. See, Solse got it. Everyone be like Solse. Make sure to hydrate. Oh! And look at that, Fanboy Fanboy is 3/10 up on DRS Maestro's time. And actually, he got a little bit of a slipstream from Papa Green ahead of him, who's on an outlap. So now, where is this going to put Fanboy? As Fanboy going around the final turn, down the front stretch, where is this going to place him? And we have a new fastest lap, a 129.4. As Fanboy will take over provisional pole, and he looks to play spoiler over the two Williams who have dominated this qualifying so far. And actually, we'll go on board with Papa Green. Actually, this is going to be interesting. Papa Green peeled out of the way when he did his fast lap. It looks like Fanboy is not. And Fanboy finally will peel out of the way. But how much did that slow Green up? As Green, Green will set a purple sector 1. Green is about almost 2/10 up over Fanboy's time. So this could be very interesting as we are nearing the last 2 minutes of qualifying. Now through sector 2, this is the crucial part, and he is 2/10 up. Papa Green is currently 2/10 up over Fanboy. So if he continues this pace, he will have pole position, or at least provisional pole, as we're going right now. Around the final turn, to the front stretch. Actually, he's gonna get a little bit of a slipstream from Dumain. And that actually, as funny as it sounds, that's gonna help him out a little bit. And he will miss out. He improves by 5/10, but he misses out in the final sector. It's a sub 130 time, a 129.8, but he misses out. A purple sector 1, and then a great sector 2, but he just couldn't bring it home in sector 3. That is absolutely crazy. As we'll go up and down the grid. Actually, I believe that Giet is now actually about to set a new time. As right now, we'll see where Giet places. Right now, a 132.2 is where they are right now. Across the line, improving by 7/10, will improve into P7. So now I believe that is Slicks coming in behind. Slicks across the line, up by 8/10, but still in P9. Who is that behind? I believe that is Snipes, who's now into a 130.72. As now up into P4. And now actually X is slower, so I believe that he may be on a slow lap. I believe that Seppi is on a slow lap as well, but he will go ahead and start a lap. Oh, but no contact! Oh, maybe that was a glitch. I don't know what that was. But Snipes made contact with the Alpine, who was still on the track. I hope that was a glitch. If that's a glitch, that just jump scared me. But now I believe that Snipes may actually still be pushing, or at least trying to. As now actually Devin has not set a lap time. So you can see Fanboy right now with provisional pole. And actually, where is DRS Maestro? DRS Maestro right now is in sector 1. We will see where Devin will place. He had to find sector 1. How far is he behind on the timing? He's about a second and 2/10 behind behind Fanboy. So we'll see where Devin will place. And I believe I'm looking here. Giet is ahead. Giet's going through sector 3. We'll go down the line here. Giet going down. Oh no, he'll peel into the pits. So I believe that is that the Williams of Maestro? No, that's the Williams of Snipes. Snipes does improve, but stays in P4. Devin will set the lap time of 1:31.6 up into P9. So now the Mercedes, I believe, is still pushing up on his previous lap time. We'll see where Maestro is. Maestro is still in in sector 3 coming through. We'll see where Seppi across the line, and the Mercedes will improve, but not enough. So now here's the final question. Will Maestro steal it away from Fanboy? And he will! A 129.3! And DRS Maestro will steal it away from the Red Bull, and a Williams will sit on top in pole position. A fantastic lap from DRS Maestro, as he will take over pole position. Fanboy in P2, Papa Green in P3, Snipes P4, X P5, Seppi P6, Giet P7, Dumain in P8, Devin P9, and Slicks in P10. A very crazy Q3 down to the wire. And like I said, being at the top of that grid is going to be so beneficial at a track like this. Hopefully, we're going to see some really good action. That was qualifying. I cannot wait to see what this racing action is going to look like. So now we will go ahead and wait in the Discord. There is a 5-minute intermission to let the drivers go ahead and make sure that everything is set up and all their strategies are correct and good. And I'm curious to see how this race is going to go. It was a very interesting qualifying, and it was pretty much Williams dominated the whole time. That Snipes set the original pole position, really set a good lap, just about a 130.1, or sorry, no, it was just a 130 flat. But then after that, it was all DRS Maestro and Fanboy. So I'm kind of interested to see how this race is going to go. And actually, just so you guys know, that this is, I believe, a 50% race. So we will hear, or I believe that this is 50 laps in real life. So I believe that we will see 25 laps here, if I'm not mistaken, if I can do my math right. But we will see how this will all go. And as we said before, just to take a quick, as we said, a intermission, but just want to say thank you to everyone who came in here to support. I appreciate all of you guys coming in here, showing your love and support, dropping the follows, doing whatever, showing all that really means a lot to me. I'm thankful for this opportunity to commentate for Vortex Racing League. And I believe in the future I can get a Discord link. And if any of you guys are interested in joining the Racing League, I can post that Discord link. Actually, I will go ahead and make sure to do that if you guys are interested. That I can make sure to drop a Discord invite here if you guys are interested in joining their league. There you go. If you guys are interested in joining, I will go ahead and pin that message for you guys. So there you guys go. If you guys are interested in joining this racing league, you guys can go ahead and join using that using that Discord invite right there. And like we said before, thank you guys all so much for all the love and support. It's been absolutely amazing seeing you guys all coming in here, showing your love for Formula One. It's been an absolute blast, and it's been a blast to commentate. I actually told someone the other day, the way that I started commentating was, this is really going to age me, but originally playing sports games on the Wii and the Wii U, I originally started training to commentate by just playing American football games and commentating as I played. And that's where I got my training. Never thought that doing that would lead all the way into this. But here we are, and we're having fun with it. So it was all worth it in the end, and it's been absolutely amazing. Yeah, and I mean, I will say, Reese, Bookie left it open. Bookie told me that if I wanted to, maybe one of these times, that I could race, but we'll see. Excuse me. That is more of a joke than anything. That originally there was a preseason race in a different league that I wanted to join in, and and antagonize is the wrong word. Maybe had a little bit of fun where I said that maybe someone was worried that the commentator was going to beat them. I guarantee you guys, probably everyone in this lobby would probably beat me. that is why I'm a commentator and I'm not an esports driver or I race a lot. But I'm having just as much fun commentating as I would be racing. So it's fun either way for me, and it's been absolute blast, and I cannot wait to see how this race is going to go, as we are still currently in that intermission time, making sure that everyone is ready. Making sure that I'm keeping tabs on the Discord. And I see that people are saying that they are ready. If you want to race, let's talk. All right. We can talk maybe after. Maybe as a one-off. Maybe one of these times as a one-off. But we'll see. We do it just for fun. If you guys are wondering, if you guys are here from Vortex, I do try and stream Formula One more often. Recently, it's been a little bit of touch and go. I haven't been able to stream as often because I've had a lot of family visiting. I actually, thankfully, I got to have my better half, my girlfriend, visit me as well. So when family stuff happens, that takes precedence. So I haven't been able to stream as often as I've liked. But at the same time, when I get to, racing is always so much fun. Commentating is fun as well. We'll keep you busy. Appreciate it. making sure that we have stuff to do seems about how Formula One is, right? I feel like that is how a lot of Formula One is that a lot of it is making sure that you keep busy, especially with leagues. But I'm here for it. It's been a lot of fun. I've only gotten really into this like for maybe less than a year, but it's been total fun. So we just got the confirmation that we will be starting here in 2 minutes. Thankfully that the game just doesn't auto ready up. I would be very disappointed if EA would automatically start the race before everyone did, if that was a feature. But currently still waiting 2 minutes as these drivers will make sure that their setups are ready to go. Very good. Keep up the energy. We will definitely do that, Reese. I appreciate all, and I hope I'm saying your name right. I also say, as I said before, I try and say everyone's name correctly. Sometimes my pronunciation isn't right. I'm American, kind of what happens. But but yeah, no, I appreciate the opportunity to do this, and I'm very curious to see how this race will go. Again, I've seen this race. I haven't seen an F126 race here yet, but I have seen races in the F125 cars. And I think since most of the tire models are the same, the hard compound is going to probably be the catalyst for a lot of people's strategies. That a lot of times I've seen drivers be able to take the hards almost 15 laps in some cases, depending on their setups and maybe how bad the tire degradation is. But I've seen people take hard tires 15 laps, and I've seen other people take mediums almost 11 laps. So I'm going to be a little curious to see how that tire degradation will look as we go through the race, and we'll see. Souls? I'm assuming, is that how you say it? I was saying it as solse as Spanish. So I'm saying souls. Last race I took the hard. I mean, hey, if you take the hards that far, I mean, that is kind of what the difference is between setups. That between having different setups, people can take the hards much further than what you'd expect. I've experienced a lot of kind of Sole. We'll try and make sure that all the pronunciation is right. So it looks like all the drivers are readying up. But I will say, in some other tracks, I've seen people pull off one stops. I don't know how. I just witnessed someone today pull off a one stop at Abu Dhabi, going 29 laps and pulling off the one stop. And they said that their hards were at 80% wear by the end of it. So I've seen it done before. I don't know if I'm going to see anyone try to attempt the one stop here. That would be absolutely insane if we end up seeing that happen. But I mean, yeah, it's going to be really curious to see. And actually, here we go. As I believe this will be a formation lap underway. And actually, this will be our first look to see what everyone is starting on. Sorry, that was the wrong thing. Solus? Is that what it is? Solus? It is very hard to pronounce through typing. So look at that. So everyone, consensus is the mediums. So that is kind of an interesting decision. Everyone is consensus the mediums. McSpeed is the only one on that hard compound. That will be interesting to see as we go longer into the race. It is just the formation lap right now. But it is going to be very, very interesting to see. And actually, before we go ahead and all right, there we go. Making sure that everything is all set up and good. The solstice. Souls. Yeah, so souls. Souls. There we go. Souls. So here we go. Souls. Okay, so we got it right. So Souls. Souls is currently now in P15. Maybe he will do better now that I can pronounce his name correctly. But we will see now. And actually, you can see the possible race strategies there. That a one stop may be viable, but again, it completely depends on what the tire degradation will look like. As we go, they will set up. The grid will reform. As the grid will reform, and we will be underway. As we said, it is a 50% race here at Saudi Arabia or Jeddah. And we got 25 laps. And oh! So that's 3 drivers right there out for black flags. Or sorry, 4 drivers out for black flag. I'm not entirely sure what just happened, but 4 drivers have just gotten black flagged. Or maybe we're good now. It said that we were good as the 5 lights are on and we are underway here for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it looked like DRS Maestro got the good launch that he needed. Going to the inside, but look at that. It's the Red Bull fanboy who will take the lead. The 2 Williams are side by side. It is pandemonium behind them. Everyone will file out single file as we head down. And now this is where it's going to get very tight. And somehow Gian is going to be able to maintain that gap, and no Seppi is going to go ahead and go through. So now there is a caution in sector 1, and maybe there was an incident. We'll go ahead and look. Maybe, yeah, it looks like it was all cleared up, so we're good. There's still movement going up and down, and now a virtual safety car has been deployed. No one has retired, so it may have been for an incident as virtual safety car is deployed, as that was an insane start to this race. And the virtual safety car is basically going to keep everyone together. So I'm interested to see what this restart will look. They are at the mercy of the Delta, so they have to stay within a certain Delta speed. Is now heading through. They're right now currently in sector 3. We'll wait. Still currently a VSC right now. We'll wait until they give the green light. And now it is green flag away. And it looks like going through turn 3, they were able to they got the good launch, or sorry, Fanboy got the launch that he needed to remain in the lead. But we'll see going down into turn 1. Is the Williams going to make a move? I mean, the Red Bull tried to break the slipstream, and it looks like he did. The Red Bull will maintain that current advantage as we look down the grid. You can see right there. Now we may have a moment. Oh, and it's an Alpine sideways. One Haas actually keeps it on the road, as now this Alpine of Slicks and Anthony Rojas are going to be keeping going. And actually, you can see there in the pit lane, Mixed Speed and FCN, I believe they may have had wing damage. So they may have had wing damage, and that is why they had to pit. And it looks like, yes, and actually that is a glitch. That is a new glitch that we have not seen yet, that you can see that the front wing is currently, the front of the car is gone. So that is a new glitch as we look back to the front of the field. As now maybe the Williams of Maestro looking to make a move. As now heading through sector 3. It's going to be interesting to see. Maybe he's setting up now for the next one. Keeping it within the white lines is where a lot of people usually get track limits violation, and now there's going to be the move. They're side by side going through sector 3, and Maestro is going to be able to take over the lead for now. But now Fanboy's got to defend against the other Williams, and now Snipes is going to go around. The Haas is going to retire, and that is another virtual safety car. And everyone will have to freeze and remain where they are as we have our first retirement of the race. And Anthony Rojas, I wasn't able to see where he was on track. We're about to find out if we can see him here on track. We weren't able to see it. We weren't able to get a camera on it. So yes, it looks like it was in sector 3. We weren't able to get a camera view on it. So actually, look at this. So Devin actually got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but he will go into the pits. Devin will go into the pits as well. And we'll see maybe choosing to put on the hards, as FCN already put on the hard tires. Yes, both the Cadillac and the Mercedes of Honda, Slow Hondo put on the hard tires. And drive-through penalty for Slicks, but look at that. Fanboy got the jump on Maestro, and Fanboy's back into the lead. Coming out of the VSC, it looked like Maestro got caught off guard. So now here comes the hard part. Because now Maestro all of a sudden has to defend against his teammate, which it looks like he will, going through sector 3. But now Papa Green is slowly starting to climb in and face that gap. So now here's going to be the question. Will Maestro, is he going to clear that gap? Is he going to go for a move in sector 3? It looked like he thought about it, but he thought better. As now heading back down the front stretch, we've yet to complete one full lap of green flag racing, but maybe this will be the change. Williams to the inside, now side by side. And now to the inside, does Maestro able to hold it? Fanboy on the outside, now turned inside. Is he going to be able to hold it? Still side by side as we head through sector 1, but Maestro's going to be able to pull it out just enough, and Maestro is going to retake the lead. Both Souls and Slicks are into the pit lane. So they will both be pitting now as well. And now we'll see maybe, and now maybe we have a moment here. Side by side, another Williams and another Red Bull battle. On the inside is Snipes. On the outside is Fanboy. And it looks like Snipes will prevail. Fanboy losing 2 positions, and now it is a Williams 1-2. And now Fanboy's got to be worrying about Papa Green, who's catching up behind him. And actually, I wanted to mention it earlier. Mixed Speed actually got the fastest lap during all of this chaos. And look at that! Talk about more chaos. Papa Green around the outside of Fanboy. And now Fanboy's going to try and make the move back. Is he going to make the move? Looking around the outside. Papa Green trying to save that battery. They're side by side as we head through Sector 3. Papa Green is going to fall in line behind Fanboy, so Fanboy will retake P3. This battle in this top 4 has been dramatic. And it looks like it's going to get even more dramatic. Maestro will take the fastest lap as Papa Green to the inside. And he's going to go ahead and retake P3. And so far, you can see the gap. Everyone here in this top 4 is a second within each other. And then X and P5 is 2 seconds behind them. Seppi is 5 seconds behind X. And then after that, you can actually see that it is a very close battle behind them as well. And actually making sure that I look back on the map. And actually, it looks like maybe we have a battle on here as we head through Sector 1. As Giet, again, I hope that I'm saying that name correctly, but Giet is trying to chase down Seppi, and Big is right behind them. Dumaine and Bear are right behind them. And now we'll see an actually movement. So Seppi is going to fall back. He doesn't have the battery. But now look at this. Giet having to defend. So look at that in one straight. Oh, and he's into the wall. Seppi into the wall, and that is going to be a VSC. Seppi into the wall and crashing. And that's going to do it for Seppi, and that's going to bring out another VSC. Absolutely dramatic scenes here in Vortex Racing League. And we'll see on here, maybe, do we see him? I don't, so maybe the car already despawned. Yeah, it looks like the car already despawned. So that means Seppi is out of the race after losing 4 positions on one straight. Immediately spinning, maybe losing traction, and actually green flag is back in the air. And actually, look at that, in that chaos, Big actually overtook Giet into P5. Oh, and now he's up into P5 now, over top of X. It looked like X lost a lot of time. Lost a lot of time out of that. And now look at this, even more time. And now a little bit of contact as Giet's gonna hang it around the outside. There is still more chaos as Dumaine is gonna get around X. Bear is gonna get around X, and X is gonna fall all the way to P9. X must have a problem. I'm not seeing one right now necessarily on his car. But I am not seeing any damage, so very interesting as X already falls all the way down into P9. So now this could get interesting. You can see the cars right there going through Sector 3, trying to chase down each other. Does Bear have a move as we head through Sector 3? He thought about it. You can see the car movement, but he decided not to. As now we head down onto the front stretch. Is there going to be a move here for either Dumaine or Bear? And it looks like Bear is going to have a huge head of steam going into turn 1, but wasn't able to really use it, so everything will remain the same. Right now in the top 4, everything has remained the same. Fanboy did re-overtake Papa Green. Oh, and Dumaine's going to get his first time penalty for track limits violations. I've told about that before. Oh, and now a virtual safety car deployed. That's the 4th virtual safety car in this race. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I do not see. Oh, and now safety car is deployed. Full safety car is deployed. I did not see any incidents. I did not see any crash. So now this is going to be interesting. So actually Devin already pit. And now he's going to go ahead and put the new front wing on. And he already served his time penalty, so he's going to come out clean. as FCN is actually this could be interesting. It to the timing line, Devin is gonna barely beat him out. So now here we go to the front stretch. Everyone is on those mediums. Do they pit? First Maestro will pit. So once I said before, if you're in the front, you can almost dictate the strategy. So now look at that. Snipes into the pit lane. Fanboy into the pit lane. Big into the pit lane. I'm curious to see if anyone will not go into the pit lane. Look at that. Oh, he thought about it. Dumaine thought about not going in. Had me there for a second. And also, Bookie, welcome in. Meant to say hello, but welcome in as well. X will go in. It looks like it is very fast pit times for everyone up and down the grid. And so far, the overwhelming consensus, drop the mediums, put on them hards, as we'll see how the rest of this race will go. And actually, now an interesting decision. The Racing Bull of Bear put on the soft compound. Actually, so slow Hondas will not. Oh, and look at this. Slicks will retire. I think Slicks crashed into the pit lane. I think Slicks crashed going into the pit lane. So Slicks will become our third retired car of the race during a safety car. This has been an absolutely insane race. Right now, if you guys are just joining us, apologies, making sure that everything is set. You guys can see that we are paused. But if you guys are currently wondering where we are at right now, currently we are under yellow flag conditions. We are under a safety car currently. And right now we are currently under safety car conditions. Already had 3 retirements. So already it's been an interesting race. DRS Maestro, Fanboy, Snipes, and Papa Green have really been the top 4 in control of this race. Everyone pitted for the hards. So I'm interested to see how long they will take those hards, as it looks like we may be restarting possibly at the end of this lap, but not entirely sure quite yet. Oh, and now we have another retirement. Oh, Devin retires as I was making sure that all my stuff was working. Devin will become our 4th retirement. I did not see where he retired. Oh, no, he just retired on the front stretch. Because you can see right there, FCN getting the go-ahead to go through. So Devin will retire. He's going to be our 4th retirement of the race. So that will leave only 13 drivers remaining. And I'm wondering if that is going to continue this safety car. And actually, I did see that someone got a warning for the safety car. That was a little bit strange. Not entirely sure how that works, but my apologies for right now having the pause screen up. I want to make sure that everything is currently working and that everything is currently going. Ooh, Papa Green now left the session. I did not see an announcement that the safety car is going in, so we are still under safety flag conditions. Or sorry, safety car conditions. And it looks like that will continue. As safety car will continue for another lap. We'll make sure that none of you guys will miss any of the events as we go through here. Be sure to make sure to hydrate, grab some snacks if you guys are interested in watching it. And we'll make sure that if you guys are sure. Oh, and now Dumaine is retired. What is going on? I was about to send it to a break, but now Dumaine has retired for terminal damage. I did not see what happened. As Solsei is gonna pit for a new front wing. I have no idea what is going on. This has been an absolute chaotic race. And we're still only on lap 10 out of 25. We're currently still going through sector 1. I will make sure that none of you guys will miss anything, but we'll go ahead and make sure we'll be back here as the safety car is heading around for one final time, hopefully, before we go back racing. As the good news, Papa Green was able to rejoin, so hopefully we'll be right back and be ready to go. Welcome back to Vortex Racing League. Safety car is now in this lap. If you guys are just joining us from that quick ad breaker, there might be 20 seconds left on it. Want to make sure that you guys do not get pre-roll, so we have to run that. As safety car is in, Maestro has control of the field around the final sector. Safety car ending. And now we'll see as Maestro has control of the field. He can choose when to go. He'll decide to go now. And it looks like he got the best launch. But now look, you can't overtake until the line. So now we're already going. And it looks like Fanboy and Snipes are side by side. To the inside, does Snipes have it? And it looks like trying to hang it around the outside, it's not going to work. As Fanboy is going to be able to keep on to P2. But now look at this. Papa Green is coming into the mix as he fights really getting close behind Snipes. So far, so good coming out of the safety car. And oh, we got a spin. X with a spin out of the corner. And it's a yellow flag in safety 1. Oh, and X is going to retire. He retires from the race after spinning and losing his front wing. It says safety car, but right now on my telemetry screen, it says that it is still a local caution. And it looks like, yes, it'll stay that way. It is still a local caution. As we are still green flag. And right now, Fanboy was able to retake the lead. And now Maestro is actually going to have to guard against his teammate. It looks like his teammate is going to have to try and make a move. And now down the inside, and now it looks like Papa Green is going to make a move of his own. Maybe getting a little bit pushy, trying to get a little bit of elbows out there from Snipes. Snipes is going to be able to hold on to P3 for right now, but does Maestro have Fanboy down the front stretch? So now pit lane, you can see the pit window is open. Fastest lap actually goes to Fanboy, and out of the inside, maybe a thought there from Snipes. but the move was not on there, as now he is trying to guard against Papa Green, who is flying behind him. So now there is a caution sector 1. I have not seen the caution yet, but now it is okay. It is green flag, all clear, as we are currently on lap 12 of 25. Oh, and now maybe movement. Oh, maybe there was a movement. Bear had a moment. So Jet and Slow Hondas will move up past him. So maybe that is what the yellow flag was about, but it looks like Bear is going to be able to keep going. And I don't see any damage to, oh no, he is missing an end plate. No, never mind. He is all good. The color scheme was fooling me a little bit, but we should all be good. No, and now here, maybe more movement here at the front of the pack. And now, I don't know, maybe Snipes is thinking about it. He's thinking about the move, but it looks like maybe they're all managing their battery instead. Maybe instead looking for the best move. That was a really wide angle from Maestro. This is going to be really close. Fanboy will set another lap time. And now to the inside, and oh, he's contacted. Maestro's around. Maestro will fall down. But it is just still a local caution, but he tried to send it. Maestro went all in, and it comes back to bite him as he falls to P8. And it looks like Fanboy does not have any damage on his car, so he's going to keep going. And now Snipes moves up into P2 and is trying to chase him down. FCN is going to actually go ahead and go into the pits. And now as we're down to 11 cars here in this race, as you can see, Fanboy trying to hold on to that lead. It's going to be really dangerous as Snipes is trying to catch up to him. And a little bit of tap there, maybe a little bit of a worry. But now this is really where that battery can come in handy. And you can see that now Snipes is just trying to make sure that he stays within reaching distance of Fanboy. If a mistake happens. And now he is catching. Maybe will there be a move here to the inside? A little bit of a defensive move there from Fanboy, but Snipes is going to think better of it and maintain the gap here in P2. And you can see it. I mean, it is no secret that battery management is 99% of what these cars are. And it can really either give you that Superman boost, or it can really leave you out to dry. And actually, wait a look. Oh, it looked like Snipes thought about making a move, maybe making a dive up the inside, but chose not to. And actually, Maestro is now up 2 positions and is already moved into P6. And that just kind of shows you the difference in pace, showing that Maestro really has that really fast pace to move up the field anyway. And now around the outside, and there is the move done as Snipes will take the lead. There is a caution sector 2. I do see a Racing Bull slow. I believe that is the Racing Bull of Bear. Yes, that's the Racing Bull of Bear. But now it is all cleared up, so we will remain green. As I said before, actually, this is Snipes' first lap as the leader. So now we'll see the difference. And we'll see if he's going to be able to maintain the lead ahead of Fanboy. And I mean, Papa Green is still sitting there. Actually, Maestro's going to get the fastest lap with a 132.3. But this is really going to be the question. Right now, Papa Green, he's just hanging out there behind him, lurking in 3rd place. And I've noticed that a lot of what these cars are, you have to wait for a mistake. If your opponent blinks, you have to capitalize on it. And actually, Bear and McSpeed are going to peel into the pits. Souls will peel into the pits as well. And a lot of what these cars are is that you have to not blink. And if your opponent blinks, you capitalize on it. And I think that that is what mainly Papa Green is waiting for. He's waiting for one of these two drivers ahead of him to maybe make a mistake, drain their battery too quickly, and then be able to capitalize on it. Because you can see he is still within a second. He is hanging out right there. And actually, you can see the gap is slowly increasing. Oh no, maybe a moment right there from Fanboy. And now Papa Green is all over the back of him. Literally, as we're talking about it, it manifests itself into the race. Maybe a little bit of a commentator's curse, but now all three are closer than ever. And Bliss, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much on Twitch. Appreciate all the love and support from you guys. And now maybe a move to the inside. Oh, Fanboy thought about it, but chose not to. There is a caution in Sector 2. I do not see the car involved, but it will be a green flag nonetheless. Oh, and now Papa Green is going to get the 3-second warning. And actually, I'll go ahead and show you guys the penalties. Papa Green is now sitting on 6 seconds worth of penalties. Right now, he would fall to P4, where he currently is. And then you have McSpeed with 3 seconds, FCN with 3 seconds, and Souls has 13 seconds, but the 13 seconds come from speeding in the pit lane. So if he pits again, he would be on 3 seconds. So I'm going to be curious to see how Papa Green is going to finish or try to work within this. Actually, look at this side by side. Is he going to be able to hold the position? He will. Papa Green moving into P2, and he is going to take over P2, his highest position so far of the race, as these top three continue to battle it out. And now look at this, just right back like a boxing match. Fanboy right up the outside. Yeah, sorry, around the outside. Back up into P2 as these three cars continue to be neck and neck. And now down the inside, he almost made it work, but not enough. And now now this is where the battery management comes into it. If you have more battery, that gives you such a big advantage. And especially if you are within a second of the car ahead, you have what you call overtake mode, which gives you an extra boost of that battery. And oh, Fanboy's gonna get his first time penalty. So he's going to get a time penalty as well. So now he's on 3 seconds. So this is going to benefit Snipes the most out of everyone. But being in that like overtake window means that you can basically get more power out of your battery, but you also drain it quicker. So it is a little bit of a balancing act. And the problem is that if you're leading, you don't have that same boost of energy as right there. Papa Green is trying to demonstrate right there. And a little bit of a close contact moment, but no contact there. And we continue as now maybe Fanboy finally getting a move around the outside. He's going to look for it. Is it going to be there? He's side by side. They got to leave space as we head through Sector 3. They're going to be side by side. Does Fanboy keep it around the outside? Oh, he spins and he loses an end plate. He damages his front wing. And that is going to hurt him as now Papa Green and Fanboy are side by side. As Papa Green is trying to chase down, and it's a huge lockup from Snipes, who maintains the lead. Still side by side is Papa Green and Fanboy. Fanboy maintaining the lead for right now in second place. And now more contact, side by side contact. And a little bit of glitching as they somehow make it through. Maybe a little bit of net code. And Fanboy will end up coming out on top. Maybe, oh, and now maybe more moments, more glitching. As now, oh, and that contact may have resulted in Snipes losing his front wing. Yes, it was Snipes who has the damage to his front wing. So that is going to really hurt him, but he also doesn't have any penalties. So if he can stick around, he could still potentially win this race if he manages to stay within that gap. There is a yellow flag in sector 1. I do not see where it is. No one else that I can see, as Papa Green will have his first lead of the race, and Fanboy still in second place trying to overtake him. And like that, around the outside, using that advantage, will go ahead and take the lead over Papa Green. And Fanboy will remain in the lead here for now as we head into lap 19, as this is a very, very close race. Oh, and now it's about to get closer. Oh, and I thought he had to move around the inside. Maybe didn't want to go ahead and do it, but not enough, as Papa Green will remain there in P2. Oh, and now Bear is going to get his first time penalty here. Actually, I believe Mixed Speed got one as well. So Mixed Speed is on 6 seconds where the penalties. Bear has 3 seconds. FCN has 3 seconds. Souls has 13 seconds due to the pit lane violation. And actually, you can see right there, someone, I believe that is Slow Honda's in the pits. Yeah, I believe, that is Slow Honda's go ahead and pit. Sorry, having the penalties up did not say that he pitted. So now, this is going to be the real question. Actually, look at that. Snipes has already fallen down to P6. I believe he still has, no, he did pit. He pit. And he put on new medium tires. He is still in 6th, so if he has that pace, he could potentially catch up, as we are now with 6 laps to go. And actually, talking about the pace, Maestro has worked his way up to 4th place, and he is slowly whittling down that gap to Big. Big right now, he's been in the most prime position. I mean, coming out of that safety car, out of the start of the race, he kind of maintained a pace of sorts. He was able to maintain that gap into the top 10. Out of the safety cars, he was able to just keep overtaking, just keeping his head down and keep going. And right now, he is looking at a possible podium if he's going to be able to hold on, which right now, remember, Fanboy has 3 seconds of penalties. Papa Green has 6 seconds of penalties. So right now, if both of them fall out because of penalties, right now, Big would win the race because he is within the 3-second gap to Fanboy, and he would win the race. Maestro would get second, but if Maestro overtakes Big, Maestro has a chance of winning this race. That is where those penalties can really come back to bite you if you end up getting them early in the race. And so far, I haven't really seen many moves. I mean, Fanboy retook the lead, but so far we haven't seen really any more moves from Papa Green. So far, kind of just maintaining that gap, maintaining that lead right there. But the problem is that Big is right behind him, and he's got 6 seconds. So maybe right now he's just trying to maintain what positioning he has, as Snipes is going to go ahead and set the fastest lap. So I'm just not sure. I mean, on those old hards, maybe he doesn't have the pace, but I'm not entirely sure. As actually right now, looking at the car status, right now, both Papa Green and Fanboy pitted the same lap. Especially that front right tire. that front right tire is what is really killing Papa Green right now, as that is the highest tire wear out of the 4 tires. But so far he's been able to keep it going. Right now he's been able to keep that gap going and stay right there behind Fanboy, waiting for maybe a mistake to happen. Still right now, if you were going to say a driver of the day, I would probably give it to Big. And I mean, if you want to look at the position change, 13 positions up from where Big started, and it could be a Cadillac pole. And depending if he's able to maintain this gap, a Cadillac win, as we are in lap 22. But right now, DRS Maestro chasing down Big for the potential win of the race. And actually, Snipes is going to go ahead and set the fastest lap again with a 132.1. And so far right now, Maestro has been whittling away that gap, but it hasn't been hugely significant. It hasn't been a huge drop-off. But now here is the question. Big is right at that 3-second gap. He has to maintain that 3-second gap if he wants a chance to win. Fanboy has a 3-second penalty. Green has 6 seconds. Right now, with a 2.7 second gap, Big would win this race. If he falls out of that 3-second gap, Fanboy would win this race outright despite the penalty. So that's where this is going to be really interesting as we're heading here into these final laps. And so far as well, Snipes, who had a chance to win this race, he's also currently chasing down Giet for P5, trying to get some points here for Williams. So now here we go. Maestro has already cut that lead down. Now down within a second, within half a second. So now with 3 laps to go, it's going to come down to this. If Big can defend against probably the fastest driver on the grid, as the gap has already opened up, and Snipes is going to go ahead and make the move down the inside of Giet, and Snipes will overtake for P5. And it's a current Williams P4 and P5. As we watch, we'll maintain this gap right here watching. Papa Green falling behind Fanboy. And now Big is right within that gap. And if Fanboy, and actually we can go ahead and double check, you can see he's still on that 3 seconds. If Fanboy gets another penalty, Big and Maestro are racing for the win. So right now, actually, we can look gap to leader. You can see right there, there is the gap to leader. Big is right on that edge of where he would be fighting for the lead. And actually, you can see Big is catching up. Oh, and Snipes is going to get a 3-second time penalty. So Giet may be able to retake P5 possibly. And you can see right there, it must be the tire wear as we enter the penultimate lap. 2 laps to go. Or sorry, that may be McSpeed. Or no, that is Papa Green. So now you can see right there, Big is falling out a little bit. There is a caution. I don't know what the caution was. It may have been for the slowing car. But you can see right now, Big is pushing, but I don't know if he's going to have enough. Fanboy may be able to win this race outright. And I'm sure that because of the incident, a lot of people are going to have things to say because of his spin, and especially Snipes, who took the damage from that hit. So now you can see Big is closing in on Papa Green. And I mean, right now, Big is fighting for P2. Maestro right now would be finishing in P3. But of course, you want to get as many points as you can. As right now, the leader, Fanboy, currently rounding the final corner, going up the front stretch. And actually, you can see right here, this is going to be the big difference. Right now, the tire wear is hovering around 50% for Big. For Maestro, it's around the same thing, and he actually has damage to his front wing. So maybe that is why he didn't have a move. But now maybe here is the move on the final lap. Side by side down into turn one. Can he hold on to it? Around the outside. Big with a little bit of a slide. Oh, but he hits him. I don't know if that was on purpose, but he hits him. And that is going to damage Maestro's wing even more. I don't know if Big did that on purpose, or if maybe he thought he was clear, but now Maestro has damaged wing, and that is going to put him out of trying to take home a P2. I'm guessing it was either an accident where he didn't see, or he thought he was ahead of him, or he did it on purpose. I'll let the stewards figure that out. But unbelievable right there. Unbelievable ending. And I agree with Bookie there. The stewards are going to be busy. And who has been busy this entire race, despite an incident where he slid in this turn right here? He is going to be able to carry home the win as Fanboy rounds the final turn up the final straight, and Fanboy in the Red Bull will win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here in Vortex. Papa Green will come home here. There in P2. Oh, and Maestro overtook him. Maestro overtook Big. So Maestro will take home P2. Big will be on the podium in a P3. Papa Green in P4. Snipes P5. Giant will fight all the way up into a P6, and it will be a good result for that Racing Bull. As now we go through the lineup, as Mixed Speed is currently now in P7, and he's currently in Sector 2. And actually, we may see a little bit of a battle here to the end if Bear is able to catch up to Hondas, but Bear does have that penalty, so it may not matter. Souls will come home in P10, and then FCN will come home in P11, as Mixed Speed will come home here what looks like in, well, actually we'll see with the penalty heading around the final turn. We'll see where the penalty will set. So Mixed Speed will be in P7 for now. Slow Hondas will be in P7, and it looks like he will maintain his P8. Yes, he was able to maintain his P8 despite the distance, or despite the penalty. Wow. What an eventful race here in Saudi Arabia, and that man right there gets to celebrate it. Fighting despite not getting pole. Despite the spin that costed Snipes the win, but also could have costed him the win, despite the penalty. He came home the winner, and a great result there for Red Bull, and it is a great result for Cadillac, for Williams. We'll see if that result will stand here in the coming days with stewards. But that is what the standings are for right now. Absolutely crazy race. As hopefully